Thank you for joining us tonight. My Capstone project focused on understanding the impact of harassment on SamTrans operators. While exploring what to base my capstone on, I found that there were several research projects on harassment experienced by public transit riders, but little to none on the harassment experienced by operators. I sought to understand the prevalence and types of harassment bus operators face at SamTrans, if there is a difference in experience between male and female operators, the effects of the harassment experience on their well-being, and their willingness to stay in the profession despite the experience. Additionally, I gathered ideas that operators believe would assist in curbing harassment. Every operator I spoke to had experienced harassment and had heard of at least one other operator experiencing harassment as well. The types of harassment varied significantly, ranging from name calling, teasing, to threats to their physical safety. Both male and female operators experienced the full spectrum of harassment. However, women encountered more sexual harassment than men. Regarding how harassment affects the operator tenure, a theme emerged from talking to the operators. Newer operators remained optimistic that conditions would improve or that the harassment would be eradicated over time. In contrast, the senior operators came to accept that harassment was almost part of the job, dealing with it as best they can. This difference between new and seasoned operators suggests that only operators that can cope with repeated harassment experiences stay in the profession. Those that cannot tolerate those harassment experiences leave. When asked about solutions, operators generally believe that harassment would persist, focusing then instead on ways to minimize the harassment. They suggested that barriers installed during the pandemic inadvertently helped reduce the harassment and should remain in place. Additionally, increased police presence on buses was mentioned as beneficial. Thorough follow-up on incident reports, preventing repeat offenders from riding the bus, and offering support were also critical themes. Operators emphasized the desire of having someone who understands their job, who's been in the driver's seat, to talk to, vent, explain incidents, and discuss them. To address harassment experienced by operators, future action steps should include continuing to listen to the operators and broadening our understanding of their experiences. We could explore support programs such as peer support hotline, invest in more physical barriers for the operators, and consider additional support staff on buses. While operators find police presence helpful, other personnel could support on board the bus could be equally beneficial. Thanks so much for listening, and I look forward to answering any of your questions during the breakout sessions. Thank you so much for your time to learn about my project.